Valentina Shevchenko is set for her next title defense on June 6th for UFC 251 against Joanne Calderwood, who's currently the number 3 ranked women's flyweight contender. This fight has been made official just less than 2 weeks out from her last title defense against Shevchenko, where she had a dominating performance leading up to a 3rd round TKO. Donald Cerrone reveals he is looking to return in March or April. Another current lightweight contender, Dustin Poirier, is also looking to return soon in May. After the controversy of last weekend's DQ win for Diego Sanchez, the spotlight was turned towards Sanchez's new coach Joshua Fabia, who was ridiculed by the MMA community for his teaching and lack of credentials, being a one-man cornerman for the UFC veteran. Yesterday, Fabia and Diego Sanchez went on to be interviewed by multiple outlets to clear up their name, accusing the media for their smear campaign on Fabia's work. In a transcript by TheAthletic.com, Joshua claims Diego's performance against Pereira was a masterful display of defense, urging viewers to slow down the fight to show that there were over 60 blocks and evasions. On Ariel Helwani's podcast, things got heated quickly as Fabia channeled his frustration onto Ariel by grouping him with the rest of the media. Here's how it played out.
If you haven't watched it and analyzed it in slow motion, at this point, honestly, you're part of not being able to see the mastery level of that defense, and even the statisticians.
But Josh, you need to take Josh. With all due respect, you need to take a step back here for a second, okay? Just take a step back. I'm not here to break down. I'm not here to break down his performance or after the fact for the DQ. He didn't throw the illegal knee. 1 second, can you please let me finish? Please let me finish. Diego Sanchez is a legend. Diego Sanchez is a Hall of Famer. He is someone that I have the utmost respect for. He comes in and starts talking. The problem, with all due respect, is you start coming in and throwing mud at the media. The media this. This is a lazy narrative. Let Diego talk for himself. Excuse me. Let me speak. Okay. Let Diego talk for himself. He has been shown a lot of disrespect over the last 3 days. So I wanted to give him an opportunity to speak about that disrespect and how unfair that has been. The man who should be receiving the criticism over the last 3 days is not Diego Sanchez. It's Michel Pereira for throwing an illegal strike up 2 rounds to none. Diego did nothing wrong, and I would suggest that every fighter do exactly what he did on Saturday. So you're picking a fight with the wrong guy here. I'm on your side. No, I'm on your side. Stop. You're doing the same thing that you don't want other people to do. You're branding the media with the same brush. We're different human beings. I'm not Joe Rogan. You got a problem with him? Take it up with him. I've got nothing to do with Joe Rogan. I want to talk about the disrespect that Diego Sanchez has received over the last 3 days. And
so either you requested it or they packaged it.
No, it was on the broadcast. You mean when they were talking to him about Jason Herzog, the conversation with the referee?
Yeah, but
that was live.
Okay, live. Okay, so that means what? Everybody would have access to take it and use it? No. Is that what that means? You would have to get it released from the UFC, correct or not? It's UFC material.
But what are you referring to? We watched that with our own eyes live.
No.
No. We're talking about the post.
Are you talking about the corner work?
No,
the post.
That too, actually.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. How do you feel? Look, and by the way, Josh, just for the record, I defended you on this too. 1 second. The relationship and language that a coach has with his fighter, that's between you. Who are we to say that's good or bad or to decipher that? You might have code language that I don't know what it means. I mean, we hear of this all the time. So I want to ask you, how do you feel? How do you feel?
Why was that put out to slander me?
But again, you're talking to a person, Josh, you're talking to a person that did not slander you. So get over that.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the whole, sir.
But here's what I'm saying.
What I mean.
So I'm asking you, when that footage...
smear campaign, can't you?
No, it's not a smear campaign. No one is out to get you, and I think you need to get over that. No one is out to get you, okay? I think you need to recognize that people are questioning you, right? I don't think anyone has a grudge against you, but for whatever reason, people are questioning.
Talked to me, though?
Here you are. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you
right now, and it's a year later, and it's after all this drama. Nobody talked to me. None of you have publicly given me credit for the Mickey Gall fight, the best performance after 10 years. Okay. Ask Diego. Is that because of anything? Ask Diego right now.
When Diego was on my show after that fight and going into the Michael Chiesa fight, I specifically asked about you. Right? I specifically asked about you. No one told me to ask that question, certainly not Diego. So I'm very well aware that you work with him and that you have influence over him.
Why is it not being repeated to the masses?
Again, how do you want me to repeat? I'm one guy. you could take that up with the people. Take it up with the specific people they have a problem with. But Josh, can I just give you my 2 cents on this before we talk over each other for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
This is coming across like you are trying to use Diego to get whatever grudge you have out there to the public. Don't come across like that. That's a mistake. Diego's a legend. Let him fight his battles. And if you want to fight your battles, fight it as well. But don't put him on shows and then use that to then get whatever point you're trying to get across.